Hey, good morning, small business owners. Happy Monday. Welcome to Monday Morning Metrics. My name is Rebecca Berneck. I am the founder and CEO and big head of Office Heads, a financial management firm located in Evanston, Illinois. Every Monday morning, right around 10:30 Central Time, I jump on Facebook Live and talk about all things finance when it comes to operating a small business. So glad you're here after a very long, hopefully relaxing 4-day holiday weekend. And today, please also use the comments below. Please, I pick a subject every Monday morning of what I feel like talking about, but what I really want to talk about is what you want to talk about. So today, what I've selected is reporting. Now, we do financial management, bookkeeping, and accounting. Really, it's all for reporting, to having really good, viable reports, accurate and efficient, that answer the questions that you're asking about your business. Now, in order to get the right reports out of QuickBooks Online, you need to do some proper configuration depending on how you operate your business. So today we're going to talk about a feature called classes. We use classes for any of our clients who are either nonprofits, who have events that they want to run a profit and loss on that particular event, or we use classes for our clients that have multiple locations. So let's say they have a location in Chicago and then they have a location in Minneapolis. They want to know overall how the business is running, but they also want to know how is Minneapolis doing and how is Chicago doing. And that way they can make strategic decisions to make sure that both locations are operating the way that they want them to operate. So this feature in QuickBooks Online is called Classes, and it's pretty simple. First of all, you have to go into your configuration in QuickBooks and turn on classes. You will not see a class column in any of your invoicing windows or your bill windows or expense windows unless you first actually turn it on. So when you first get QuickBooks Online, it's turned off. A lot of these features are turned off. So unless you feel comfortable or go digging around behind the curtain of QuickBooks or watch some videos that will help you to configure your QuickBooks Online file, you might not know that these features are there. So classes, if you turn it on, then all of a sudden when you look in your windows, both your invoicing windows and, well, actually any window where you're entering something in, all of a sudden, boom, it'll pop up and say, what are your classes? Well, first of all, you have to decide what those classes are. Now, some people, if you are just a small business with one location and don't need any reports by something like an event or by a location, you don't have to use classes. And as a matter of fact, if I use Office Heads as an example, we're a service business located in one place. We don't need classes. However, we're developing a product that should be launching next year called Office Heads Academy. It's an online course for small business owners to learn how to configure their QuickBooks file, how to read their reports, how to be an efficient bookkeeper. Well, that's a whole different it's an whole different actual department for Office Heads. So I created a class called Office Heads Academy, and any expense that I run through the business that has to do with Office Heads Academy, any invoice or sales that I sell to any of the new students, then I can run a profit and loss to see if Office Heads Academy in itself is profitable. So the next step is if you first you determine whether or not you need classes, then you take some time to jot down what those classes might be. And that should be pretty easy. Do you have locations? What are those locations? And you can nest them. So if, for example, you have a number of locations in the Midwest, you can say, I have a class that's called Midwest, and I have a couple of locations under Midwest. That way you can run reports on each of those locations or roll it up and do a Midwest report. So take some time to be thoughtful about how you're operating your business. And just like any report, I always say, what are the questions you're asking about your business? So if you have locations, one of the questions would be, is Minneapolis running better than Chicago? And if so, where and why? That's how you want to set up your QuickBooks by location so you can answer those questions. So take some time to be thoughtful about whether or not you need classes. Jot down how your classes should be structured, and then go into QuickBooks and enter in your classes. Then after that, any expense that you run through your QuickBooks, you should apply a class, and then you can run reports on that class. So if you have any questions, again, put your comments below. Otherwise, have fun turning on classes and running reports by class, because they will answer those questions if indeed you're asking them. Thanks again for joining me for Monday Morning Metrics. Have a wonderful and profitable week.